So this is the Poppies piece. As you can see, this is done on watercolor paper, which is thin. It actually has a nice little decal to the edge. I'll do a detail of this after I talk about it. So this piece I actually did outside on site. I don't paint on site that often, and usually when I do, I only do watercolor. So this is a strictly watercolor painting, and the reason for that is that I'm really messy and watercolor is really portable. So one of the places I really like to go for inspiration is the Overland Park Arboretum, and I like to go out there and walk in the woods. I don't always paint when I'm out there, but sometimes I do. And I got lucky one of those days. I brought some bigger paper out there with me. Usually I just bring a small sketchbook, and the poppies were blooming, which, you know, poppies are, as you know, huge, beautiful red flowers, and I never really know if I'm gonna catch them when I'm out there. So they were in bloom, and I just sat down and started painting them, and then just kind of kept, you know, repetitively doing them like the big field of poppies that's there, which are so beautiful. And I later learned, actually, after sharing this piece with some family, that my grandmother grew poppies and was a real fan of them. So it was kind of a cool little story about the piece and about the flower that I didn't know before. So this piece, the original will include framing. Because it's watercolor paper, I suggest something with a, you know, where we lay it onto a mat board so we can really display the decal, which is really beautiful. And then maybe let it shadow box a little bit with a simple frame. I think we could go a lot of ways. If you are have like a little more glam look to your house, I think a gold frame would actually be really cool on these. But we could also do just a black or even a simple gray frame would be really beautiful. So here's some detail of the poppies. So with watercolor, you see this really sort of delicate wash of paint and ink, and how the black center, you know, kind of bleeds into the rest. I would paint the red flower and then do the black at the end. So it created this really cool bleed into the red paint on each of the flowers. And obviously they're all just a little bit different.